All right, so there's Jay for you. Hey, I got a question for you, man. Since Kobe won an Oscar, right? I'm thinking, what other basketball player do you think deserved an Oscar? Do you think, like for his acting, like Kareem back when he was in Airplane, Shaq in his movie, wasn't Allen Houston in Black and White?
Chris Paul for all the times that he acts like he's getting fouled. James Harden. LeBron James. Go on.
LeBron what?
All deserve Oscars in this new NBA. They all flopping, dude. They flopping like fish. Great actors, man.
Lance Stevenson.
Lance Stevenson. No, his is just too ridiculous, man. He deserves a Razzie. He deserves a Razzie because his is ridiculous. But LeBron James, I think he takes the cake.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. Jesus Shuttlesworth. Why didn't Ray Allen get an Oscar?
Because it was horrible acting. It was horrible.
So you mean to tell? See, I'm not ready for this. You pregnant? I'm going to college. Man, this ain't gonna look right.
He was looking, and if we gotta stick together.
Jay, I think Ray Allen did way better than what you just did, sir. That was horrible.
I don't know.
Now, Dr. J in a fist that saved Pittsburgh.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Now, if I brought that up, you'd be like, well, of course.
Of course.
Hey, I threw you the Kareem line earlier. I'm just trying to help you blend in here, man.
I don't need help blending in, trust. But Kareem did a great job in Airplane, man. He really did.
Did he?
When he grabbed the little colonizer, told him, hey.
That's one.
I don't know what out there working. You don't know what the heck you're talking about. Shut up, little colonizer.
What was?
Oh, Game of Death. Oh, that was.
Yeah, I was really convinced that he knew. Yeah, I was really convinced that he does karate well.
The movie itself is horrible, but those scenes at the end where it was actually Bruce Lee, amazing, man. Yeah, he was convinced. Remember he put the big footprint on Bruce? It was like this big. Oh,
Covered up both nipples, huh?
Both of them.
That was a secret. Exactly. He cut the bottom of Bruce's foot. That was a secret. He popped the trunk and got ready. Y'all ready to start the show?
Razor sharp.
And welcome into the Barbershop 918. You up in here with your man, Big Drew.
Big Drew.
J-Rock.
Boom.
And the one and only Raw Dog. All right, we got a jam-packed show for you today. We coming at you with a top five. A top five. You know he's cold with the top five.
Cold with top five, yo.
We also going to talk a little bit of, we got no NFL talk this week. I was going to say NFL for some reason. We got a little bit of NBA talk. How y'all feeling about the Thunder?
Y'all got 10 minutes for me? Because I got a rant.
And, of course, we got time for the...
You just go past that. Okay, all right. Just ignore me, man.
For the world-famous Word on the Street.
Word on the street. It's the sweet one.
Can't nobody ignore that.
It's like...
My shirt, oh, man. Man.
That's nipple hardening, isn't it?
Oh, come on. All right, so, see, the one time we have a lady listening to the show live. Hey, Allie. And you up here, keep your shirt on.
I'm sorry.
All right, so it's time for us to get into the Word on the Street, man. And so what you got, J-Rock, with music news?
Music news. The Billboard numbers for the week. It's kind of disappointing because Black Panther is not number one anymore at the on the music charts. Bon Jovi has taken over. The House Is Not For Sale is the number one album in America.
Bon Jovi got an album out?
I said the same thing. He was living on a prayer. That's the only song I know.
Because he's a cowboy.
He's not. Because
he's wanted. Wanted.
Dead or alive.
Hey, you got to admit, that was a bad song.
Yeah. That was one of the songs that, like, even black people, like, it went across all cultures. Everybody liked that song. So.
I got to sneeze.
I thought he had a good point. I thought he was about
to sneeze. It was right there. Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah.
Okay, number 2 is Black Panther. Number 3 is Migos Culture 2, fresh off of their Saturday Night Live
So let me
appearance.
ask y'all something. Are they really, we talked about this a little bit earlier, are they really one of the top 5 greatest hip hop groups ever?
Hell to
H-Star! H-Star! H-Star!
Well, can you name 5 before them? Because we can't put them in Wu-Tang and Outkast category. Like, that's just there, right? Are they at that Onyx Loonies level? Or, like, where are they at? Are they like the alcoholics?
I'm saying they're kind of at Onyx right now.
Yeah.
I mean, true, this is their second album, and they're on a roll right now. But you got a long ways before you get up to the Wu-Tang level, man, or the Outkast level. It took Outkast a while to get to Outkast level.
I give them the hot. I give them the. I'm
What?
sorry, Raw Dog. Go ahead, Raw Dog.
You gonna give them a what?
I give them the hot. They on Hot Boys level, And Hot Boys, they was alright.
That's generous.
That is generous.
So, but they not at UGK and 8 Ball and MJG. They not there, right?
5 years from now, will we remember the Migos? That's the question.
Hope not.
I don't remember the name of the last album they had. What was the name of the last album?
Culture 1. Culture.
Oh, well, that's a magic. Let's just name all the albums the same.
It's the same formula as the first album.
I'm sorry, that's a very old reference. I'm sorry. I should have said SOS Band. I actually felt old after I said it.
Yeah. It's easy. I didn't have to do anything. I didn't. It's like, let them have it.
I'm making it easy for y'all.
Yeah. It's like the Ray Goodman and Brown comment a few weeks ago.
Must be a special lady and a very exciting girl. Y'all remember the song? I guess not.
Yeah, I was about to hit that note, but okay. All right, what else you got? Yeah, I know. What else you got, J Rock?
As you guys may have heard, doo-dooed on himself, and he was locked. I mean, he was in the hospital, and there was reports that he was on life support and everything. But then,
hey man, did you actually say doo-doo? You didn't say defecate.
No,
that's what it said.
He said
on the news report.
No, it's a step above saying Dookie. Like so I'm proud of him for not saying that. Like, because I knew Dookie was coming out when he said it, but my man,
I know you went to college, sir. I know you.
Most education out of all of us.
All I'm saying is on the media report, it said that he doo-dooed on himself. That's what it said.
Okay.
What media report? MediaTakeout.com? Is that what you're talking about?
No, it was on XXL Mag.
You know they misspell words all the time, right? College.
No, but on the web, social media goon / troll 50 Cent, he posted a picture of Ivan Drago, in reference to Rick Ross.
And
you don't know.
You notice he had
Dude was actually possibly dying, and 50 still throwing shots.
I think he knew he wasn't dying. I think that he just wanted to take advantage. I think I just think he was just being a troll and taking advantage. I don't think he would have did it if he would have thought he was really in danger.
50 Cent is Lucifer. I'm gonna put it right now. That 50 Cent just a mean dude. He just mean. Like, I can't see him being sweet to nobody.
Sweet.
Like saying, "Oh, little girl, you so cute." I can't even see him doing that. I see him throwing shots at the kids.
He doing it at his own son. You see, he cut off his 18-year-old son.
I don't know, man. 50 ain't from here, dude. He's from the nether world somewhere.
Nether regions.
Yes, where it's real dark and it rain all the time. And then there's a lot of fire.
Hey, that actually describes where I live. Man.
Hell is Oregon, huh?
I know 50 lived in Portland, Salem, Oregon.
Yeah.
So but here's the thing: Rick Ross is actually not as bad as they said he was.
Yeah, it's all right. It just sounded like it may have been an overdose. And time
and that nobody could, corroborate whether he doo-dooed on himself.
I'm pretty sure that was part of it, man. Just because I wanted to be. Like,
Educated, I'm not sure if he doo-dooed. I'm sure he defecated.
He dookied on himself. Come on, y'all, chill out.
Now that sounds official. That sounds official. I gotta believe that. All right, what else we got, man?
Dang,
That's all I got for music other than Kendrick Lamar's Darn album is still number 9
That's nice.
on the Billboard chart.
why you act like you scared of Drew, man?
No, that's cool. That's cool.
Come on,
That's good.
Kendrick's Darn album. That's not the name of the album. Look at you, scared.
Let's get to the box office chumps. Who's number 2 this week?
First of all, what do you mean, Chuck? Oh, because I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, brother.
Damn.
Don't rush it, sir. We're gonna start off with what's coming out this Friday. Is that okay, Jay? Can I do that? Can I do my job?
Come on, put a little wrinkle into the work, man. Come on.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know.
All right, so coming out this week, I got 3 movies that I'm putting out there, man. The first one is, of course, the one that's getting all the press in the pub is A Wrinkle in Time.
That's what I was doing, sir.
Yeah, I know. I saw where he was going with that. This is Oprah Winfrey's. I don't think it's going to do as good as Black Panther.
What?
It may get a strong number 2 but it is the biggest, newest movie coming out this weekend, and it has a very diverse cast. Very diverse.
Yeah.
I think every race is represented.
It is.
You know, this movie. So I haven't read the book, so I don't really know a whole lot about it. You guys read the book?
No, I think one of my kids did, but I've challenged my son to go read it so we can go see the movie.
But yeah, that comes out this Friday. Also, The Strangers. If you into horror movies, remember the original movie, The Strangers, where the couple's in the couple is in the house, and the strangers just show up and pretty much just terrify them in the house.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
Well, there's a sequel called The Strangers Pray at Night. I don't know why they need a sequel. I don't know what they're gonna do differently than what they did last time. But if horror movies don't need to be that deep. They never are. So that's coming out. I'm sure some folks are gonna check that out. Also, one that looks pretty interesting is the Hurricane Heist.
Yeah, I am interested in that one a little bit. But
this is the one that's being produced by the guys that produced the Fast and Furious. And cheap.
Yeah.
Basically it's kind of a caper movie in the middle of a hurricane. Got a little comedy in there. So that's coming out this weekend. And also a movie called Gringo, which looks pretty interesting. Starring Charlize Theron, Amanda Seyfried, and Joel Edgerton. It's basically about Mexican weed. And I don't know how that movie it's about Gringo and it's about weed and ain't no minorities in the movie. And all the main folks are colonizers. I don't get it, but whatever. No, actually that's 3, sir. You're not keeping count. Okay, so let's look at the box office, as Jay called it, the box office chumps. All right, number 5, we got first top 5 now.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be in Redbox next week, man.
Yeah,
I thought you were gonna say Joanna Man too, but continue.
You're wishing for that, aren't you, sir?
Yes.
In the sequel, he's a coach.
A female coach?
A female
Brittany
coach
Griner.
of a male Lithuanian basketball team. Yeah, starring.
Wait, hold up. Are
It's
you
produced
serious?
by the Big Baller brand is bringing it out.
Oh God.
I made that up. I just wanted to keep a straight face. But I mean, Big Baller brand is liable to do anything.
Produced by the same producers of Breaking 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Penitentiary 4.
All right, so Jumanji is out of the top 5. 50 Shades Freed is out of the top 5. Thank God. Number 5 is Peter Rabbit. It made 10 mil. Number 4 is Game Night. Also made 10 mil. Made 10.4. Number 3 is the one flick I talked about last week, Death Wish, with Bruce Willis. 13 mil. Number 2 is the new flick from Jennifer Lawrence, Red Sparrow, is when she plays a ballerina turned spy. That's at number 2 at 16 mil. And of course, number 1, again, for the 3rd week in a row, Black Panther with 66 mil.
Get low, that's a lot.
That
Yeah,
is.
that was just this weekend. 66 mil versus number 2, which was a difference of $50 million. Still making that money, busting all kind of records. Got to be proud of this movie.
Yep. All right,
Yeah.
it's time for us to talk about what's going down with television. And in television news, the biggest thing for me is to bring out the fact that Jessica Jones is back tomorrow, and the Luke Cage trailer came out. So those are things to be excited about. Jay, get excited, man. No.
See, Jay don't get involved. He don't like comic book anything.
Yeah.
It's gotta be sports or nothing.
I bet you only seen Black Panther once.
Yeah.
Look,
And he probably really didn't enjoy it.
You probably
don't
slept.
want me to want to say that he didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
He didn't really
He
enjoy
didn't.
it.
He didn't.
He just know if he say he don't, black folks will come after him.
I'm trying to go back and watch it this weekend, man. I just be busy, man. I'm just
You
busy,
be
man.
busy. All right,
I be
college
busy,
graduate.
man.
All right, college graduate.
Yeah. It was
All right,
probably too
so-
lowbrow of a movie for him.
Yeah.
He probably went to go see The Shape of Water.
Actually, I went to go see The Post. So I had to get Black Panther tickets.
No. Okay.
What? The Pulse.
The Post with the Meryl Streep movie. She got robbed at the Oscars.
All right.
I never even heard that.
Hey, so Jesse and Chris, get your boy. I don't understand what's going on here, but that's how y'all roll. Hey,
Man.
that's
Don't be putting that out in the atmosphere like that, Jay. Come on, man. You're making us look bad, sir.
all right.
Drew was talking about Luke Cage, man. I seen 2 episodes. Continue.
All right, so yeah, basically, Luke Cage is coming out June 22nd?
June 22nd.
And so Jessica Jones, Luke Cage is going to be in some of the episodes of Jessica Jones, so that's going to be good to see. I'm really excited about those 2 coming out. Jay, you got a chance to see some of the show I was telling you about last week, the 7 Seconds. You liking it?
Yeah, man. I want my wife to watch the last 2 episodes, man. Sometimes it's a little late, man. The last 2 episodes about 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Yeah, they are.
And,
but it's good. It's good, though. It's
I
good.
disagree, sir.
Yeah, well, of course you do.
I just couldn't get into it. I was like, what's happening, man? It was a whole lot going on all at the same time.
Yeah.
I guess about like the 3rd episode.
Yeah.
You gotta give me in the 1st episode. I'm sorry, I don't have time to be wasted when there's other Netflix stuff available on Netflix. Get to the program. This is the reason why I didn't like Spike Lee's She's Gotta Have It. I'm like, get to the point. That's why I like comic book movies. It gets to the point, man. All that talking and stuff, I don't want to hear all that, man. All that character development, we don't need that. We'll figure it out.
Yep, we definitely don't need character development. All right, so I don't have any suggestions, but I do kind of want. I think it was that movie. It's called Mute. That's on Netflix that I want to check out.
I saw a preview of that. That looks kind of decent.
That looks pretty good. What else you got, man? Did you see Black Lightning this week? I didn't get a chance. I finally caught up. I saw where they had the little fight and everything. So I'm excited about the future of it.
Right.
But I didn't catch. Well, it would have been last night? Yeah, because it comes.
I don't think it was on last.
It wasn't on.
Was it?
Okay.
I don't think it was on like. Instead, I would have rather have seen Black Lightning than what I saw, but that's a whole other thing.
What'd you watch? Diary of a Mad Black Woman? Oh, the Thunder. Okay.
Diary of a Jacked Up Squad.
Basketball team.
I almost said something else, and I had to catch myself. Jay, you all right? Calm down, sir.
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Good. All right,
You don't
I'm
so
excited about that.
People can see you, you can't just do something.
real
like
quick, give us a rundown on Atlanta and the Chi, and then we'll get up out of here and get into our top
Tell you
5.
Cat Williams deserves an Emmy for his portrayal as Uncle Willie.
AKA Alligator Man.
Alligator Man. I have never seen so much funny in one small appearance than this. Cat was just amazing. Everything he said was hilarious, and he was dead serious. Am I right?
He ain't lying.
He was dead serious, and everything he said was just funny. And at the end, when he took off, he looked like a midget running, man. It was hilarious. He was gone, man.
Little
If Cat
arms
don't
and
get an
little
Emmy-
legs moving.
If Cat don't get an Emmy for this, he's being robbed, sir. Don't laugh, man. I mean, seriously, he did that good. He was hilarious in his role.
So
His Uncle Will.
y'all excited about the new season?
Oh,
Oh
man.
yeah, yes.
This the reason why I love this show so much is that the laughs in the show are not obvious. You have to look for them. The show is when they're over at Paperboy's house, and this girl comes on and he's like, "Hey, Regina." She's like, "My name ain't Regina." She's like, "Oh," and people play back like this. Really, man? He just doing like this.
A girl we went to high school with.
Girls, he's behind her like, "Man, come on, man, really? Like, shut up."
That's happened to me before.
Man, that is hilarious. And the thing is, the show started off with a robbery, like a real robbery. Like, what was crazy about the robbery part was that I didn't see it coming, and the dude that they tried to rob was obviously gay, and he came out with I don't even know what kind of gun he had, and just started blasting on them dudes. I was like, that's a push forward for all the LGBTQ community. Because that dude was blasting on them, boy. Did I say that right?
Nah, I mean,
Well,
I don't know if I'm saying it right.
It might be a new letter in there somewhere, man. All right, give us some on the shop.
Well, the Atlanta. That's the title of season 2 is Robin season. So I'm guessing that it's going to be a robbery in every episode. But that's the title of season 2 for Atlanta is Robin season. But the Shy. It was a good episode this week. One of the old school cats, played by Stephen Williams. Dude
is lethal.
That dude is lethal.
Yeah.
And it was
beat up a lot. The what's his name? The guy that was so tough and came out the tub, butt naked or whatever. He's getting beat up a lot. He's getting beat up in every episode, man. I'm not feeling sorry for dude either because he's a punk. He's a straight up punk. But you remember the part where that Kenny Lattimore. Is it Kenny Lattimore? My bad.
I was excited. I thought Kenny Lattimore started. I was like, oh man, he trying to get his career back.
Kenny. Is Shantae around?
Exactly.
Dual guest star appearance from Kenny Lattimore and Shantae Moore.
Shantae being right there. Like,
what was that name? His hit song was what? For You? Wasn't that like?
Yeah.
What I do is for you.
And then Shantae got all hooks in him. He had to do it was like Sonny and Cher for the rest of his career, man.
They start doing gospel jazz CDs. They did a Spanish one. Yeah.
What happened, dude?
Hey, fun fact. Did you know Kenny Lattimore was singing backup on Shantae?
Wow.
Yeah, that don't seem right. Because
they got to do everything together.
Because she wasn't with him when she had that song. She was with Dwayne Wayne. In the background, what about a song that she talking about Dwayne Wayne? Come on.
Because Shantae was a pimp, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
she was playing Kenny Lattimore while she was with Dwayne
Wayne.
A
lot of stuff. I ain't gonna go into detail.
This has nothing to do with the Shy, and we have to move on. For time's sake, we got to move on. It's time for a top five. Top five. Today's top 5 is top 5 snack foods. So, what is your top 5 snack foods? We just thought of this one. I ain't gonna lie. This ain't gonna be the greatest list because we just did this on the fly because we wanted to do a top 5. So,
like 5 minutes ago.
The person who's most cold with his top 5s is always Raw Dog. You want to go first?
Absolutely. My honorable mentions are. I don't have any.
Okay.
Exactly.
Number 5, Little Debbie Swiss cake rolls, baby. I love them things, man. They cheap. They actually ho-hos, but they cheap ho-hos. See how I did that?
They expensive now, man. They used to be cheap. Now they expensive.
Where?
Cheap ho-hos.
Shut up, Jay. Be quiet, dude.
You can get them from the bread store on 11th Street.
Yeah,
which is closed now.
Oh. Well, I was also going along with y'all joke, but you'll catch it here in a minute.
Jay messed it up.
You get prostitutes on 11th Street. That's what I was saying. Let me just break it down.
Good that Jay did.
Okay.
Because Jay don't think nobody funny but him. So
I am.
thank you. A perfectly good run. Anyway, number 4, Hostess cupcakes, man. I like eating the top of it.
Just in general, like.
But no.
Go ahead, keep going.
Specifically Hostess.
Okay.
It's gotta be Hostess. I don't like the other cupcakes. Hostess cupcakes.
Just the old school plain one, not like the gold ones with the cream.
No.
Just
I want the old school devil's food cake. I want that. I don't want the gold or any of the other crap.
No sprinkles that explode in your mouth when you bite into it.
I mean, first of all, where you getting your cupcakes from, sir?
11th Street.
That's the ones Baby D. That's the ones Baby D had.
Hey, man. Cupcakes ain't... You better not want to eat those. I don't know where they been, bro. Honey buns. Any kind of honey buns. Put them bad boys in the microwave.
But like only 9 seconds, right?
Only 9.5.
Don't nuke it.
You do 10, it's basically water.
You burning the roof of your mouth. It's just, you just feel like you fat. That's just like, I'm just putting this in me. You can't taste it.
If you put it there for 10 seconds, it's basically liquid sugar.
Yeah.
All right, number 2, M&M's. Especially the peanut M&M's, not like regular chocolate ones. Those are all right, but the peanut M&M's. And number 1, y'all don't know nothing about this. Strictly from the Chi, Jay's Chips. I love them so much, I seek them out. They only sell them in Oklahoma City at 7-Eleven. Every time I go down there, I stack up. Jay's Chips.
All right. So honorable mention, black bean hummus. Really like black bean. You guys still there? Okay, there we go. All right.
You said black bean hummus.
Hey.
That's our song.
But for
black
real.
Bean hummus.
I do like black bean hummus though. But it's how I got it in there, but just kind of snuck it in there and pretended like it was a joke, but it really is one of my top. All right, another honorable mention. I got Bugles and Goldfish as honorable mentions. Number 5, the Welch's fruit snacks. The ones you know what I'm saying? You can get them out the vending machine. You can steal them from little kids at church on Sunday. They always come in a little package. Number 4, I got club crackers with cheese. I like eating, the butter crackers. You know what I'm talking about? I like to eat them with cheese.
Man, these aren't really snacks.
This is how I snack, dude. You named like candies. I don't view candy as snack.
I didn't do candy. They're pastries. It's a difference.
M&M's is a pastry.
Oh, wait a minute. M&M's was the only candy in there. The rest of them were pastry.
Who's eating snacks right now in my ear? Who's moving around?
That's Jay.
All
That's Jay's shirt eating up his microphone.
Number 3, fudge cover.
Oh, God.
Moving, Jay. Dang.
All right, number 3, I got fudge covered graham crackers, but only the ones from Aldi's. I don't really mess with the name brand ones, like the fudge strips. Fudge covered graham crackers from Aldi's. That's it. Number 2,
no brand there. No brand. Okay.
Number 2, combos. I was rushing.
Like from McDonald's?
Like no combos. They pretzel with
cheese
with
in
fake
them.
cheese in them. And they have different flavors. You know combos. They from the 80s. You should know combos.
You snack so weird, Drew. That's why you snack weird. I don't like the way you snack, man.
Number 1, because I had black bean hummus in my list, I gotta go really black and say hot chips in general. Just whatever. Just anyone with the flaming hot flavor on it. Boom. There you go. All right, that's my top 5.
Yeah.
All right.
You can't put
I got one honorable.
Big Mac's on the snack, sir.
For some.
But not for me. Okay, I'm gonna go with for honorable mention, peanut protein bars. That's become one of my favorite snacks over the last couple of years. But I got to go to the hood with my list. Number 5 is nacho cheese bugles.
Yeah.
Number 4 is white cheddar popcorn.
White what?
Anybody's white cheddar popcorn or just white cheddar popcorn in general?
Guys, white cheddar popcorn. or even from Premier Popcorn. That's right down the street from me. Number 3, Gizzards from the Hood Store. That's a snack to me.
Gizzards from what hood store? The Hood Store? The one that's Napies or
Gizzards
Hood Store. The one on 46.
You can buy like a bag of gizzards.
Yeah, you can. No, they put them in the container for you, man. I eat it. It's a snack for me.
Fair enough.
All right.
Number 2, it's a tie.
Nutty
you like Nutty Bars, huh?
Nutty Bars. Hey, it's funny because Jesse called that ahead of time. You see, he wrote Jay like bars with nuts. Wow. Wow.
Oh,
what a friend.
I hate you, Jesse. I hate you.
He called you out.
And number 1, hot Cheeto fries. You know what I'm saying? And that's my list.
You mean like actual fries? What?
No, hot Cheeto. You know,
hot.
Back in your day, they only had caps. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
See, yeah. There you go.
There we go.
Oh God.
Andy caps. Yeah.
Yeah. So you know what's strange, Drew? You know a lot about what happened back in my day. What's happening with that?
Dude,
he's an old soul.
Everybody knows I'm old.
You know a lot, sir.
Yeah.
You're connoisseur of old stuff.
Yeah.
Jay don't want to know nothing about old stuff. If it ain't in the 80s, he don't know.
Yeah, man, my soul is ancient. All right, and so are our hopes of the Thunder being a championship team. It's time for us to talk about the NBA, man. It's time for us to get into Thunder talk. So no,
I'm leaving
because you're gonna finish.
I'm leaving.
Let me just say this, and then I'm gonna give it to you. Let me just ask you guys this, and I'm gonna ask Jay first, and then I'm gonna let Raw Dog have it because I don't think we'll get it back. Will the Thunder make the playoffs?
Yes, they will make the playoffs, but they will be an 8th seed, and they will lose to the Rockets in the.
Why do you have that? Is that just like above little man's bed? Like when he wake up, it's just like.
This is my inspiration. This is my inspiration.
You're my latest.
You should just do the whole segment with that up.
In my greatest inspiration.
Oh man.
Go ahead,
you keep on lifting me up now.
Whenever I get mad, I'm gonna go like this. What the heck? All right, yeah.
Why he look like that, man?
He mad. He gonna whip some butt.
What did JJ do?
Well, he look like, boy, if I had the belt right now. Go ahead, Jay.
He already. He answered. It's your turn.
Turn?
Yeah, it's your turn. Are they gonna make the playoffs, man?
Fire
Melo.
They're gonna make the play. They're gonna get beat in the first round. I was disgusted because I watched the entire game last night against Houston Rockets. Nobody gives a damn right now, except for Corey Brewer. Nobody cares. And you can tell in their body language, you can tell when they sit on the bench, they have created a culture of losing. Like, it's okay to lose. Eventually, we'll come around. And we ain't got that kind of time. There's a good chance that PG ain't staying. There's a good chance Carmelo going to go running off somewhere else. And then we'll be back to where we were. How is it that we are worse off now than it was just Russell? I don't understand. Why isn't someone mad? When LeBron was losing, he went off.
He traded the whole team.
Traded the whole team.
One of the coaches got soup thrown on him.
Yeah.
It was delayed, but
right. Yeah. And LeBron told JR
yeah,
to do
JR, do it. He ain't got no problem.
Don't mind if I do.
Yeah.
But LeBron got mad, and what happened? They traded the whole team. When is Russell gonna get mad? You can't be just mad on the court. You got to be mad on the court. You got to be mad in the locker room. You can't just be mad on the microphone. You got to be mad at your teammates, man. Like, come on, guys, what are y'all doing? Who's gonna be the leader? Why is it not Russell? What, Jay?
Russell is the problem. We can say all these other things, but Russell Westbrook is the problem.
I mean, I'm basically agreeing with you. You're right. He is the problem. Why is he not mad? Why is he not angry that they're not doing well? And why is he taking such BS shots all the time?
He got one skill set, and it's so like you can't be mad if you can't change something. Like he's not. I mean, he can't change it at this point. We knee deep in this. There's nothing we can do. We gonna exit the first round again. That's what a Russ-led team does. They exit the first round.
We ride or die with that man, and if we look at our last 8 games, the 3 games that we lost were to the Rockets, the Warriors, and the Trailblazers. All teams that are at the top of the Western Conference. Yeah. Listen to the 5 teams that we have beat. The Memphis Grizzlies, who are at the bottom of the.
We barely beat now. Barely.
We barely beat the Sacramento Kings that we beat on the buzzer beat.
Yep.
Orlando, a team that we struggled with. The Dallas Mavericks, a team that we had to take to overtime to beat. And the Phoenix Suns, a team where Devin Booker, he went for a 40-piece on us. 5 games that we should have won easily, and we struggled with them. One of my best friends, Steve, said last night, he said, we just need to just be convinced that this season we suck. We're not that good. Just because we went out and got 2 All-Stars doesn't mean anything.
Fire the coach then.
Russell ain't going nowhere. Now, we're sitting there saying that Russell can't change the way he plays, and we're stuck with this dude for the next 4 years. Then what? Then anybody else to come in. If we couldn't do something with Melo and PG, at least make it to the second round, who else is going to come in? We're in a small market, and then we got a player who doesn't play well with others. We're not going to get nowhere, man. And like I said, we were so happy that we were so desperate that Russell signed. We was like that desperate, thirsty girl that was just glad somebody showed him some attention. That's what we as Oklahoma City Thunder fans did when it was time to sign Russ. Maybe we should have just said, Russ, go about your business. We're just going to start from scratch. Because that's basically what we're doing now. We got a team that has possibility, yet we still suck. And we have a culture of losing. They've gotten so used to losing that nobody even gets angry anymore. And that's where we are. And you're right. It begins and ends with Russ. You can bring whatever coach you want to. Russ going to do whatever the heck he's going to do out there on the court. Coach will be like, run this play. Russ say, screw your play. I'm going to hold the ball for about 25 seconds. Then I'm going to haul up a crazy shot. And I'm going to look around like, whoa, I was fouled. That's what he's going to do.
Perfect example of, not being able to play with Russell Westbrook. Saturday night when they played Portland, Paul George had 22 points going into the fourth quarter. Of the last 13 shots that were taken in the game, Russell Westbrook took 8 of those shots. Paul George took 1 shot. So if he's going to be the Robin to your Batman, why is he only taking 1 shot when he was getting good looks in the third quarter? To me, it's like Russ he doesn't take his ADHD medicine. So in the fourth quarter, he just puts his head down and runs into the lane and hopes to get a foul. And it doesn't work like that. He has to get the ball up to give them a chance to create. Like if you he works better when he's coming off of a screen, a catch and shoot, instead of him doing ISO ball. Because when he does that, that slows down the offense.
But that's the coach's fault, though.
Yeah.
That's the coach's fault. So get rid of the coach. Let's just go through some seasons where we suck until we can beat. Because we might as well forget about trying to get them glory days. Grant, Harden, Ibaka, and Russell. Those days are gone. Those days are gone. And Russell has proven himself not to be the type of leader that can lead his team through the playoffs. He can't do it. His playing style doesn't apply to that, man. It just doesn't.
Yeah. You know what the Thunder need, right?
What? They need Jesse.
Yes, they need Kendrick
Perkins.
Jay, will you ever get along with the rest of the jokes and stuff, man?
Well, they really do need Perkins. I mean,
why not though? I mean, he's an all-star. Well, no, he was never an all-star.
He's a world.
Yeah, he's a champion or something. Yeah.
Goat.
He's the goat.
A Billy Goat.
Yeah. But however you want to call it. That's Perk.
But it is time for We Need Jesse, though.
We need Jesse.
We need Jesse.
And look, there he is.
There you go.
What's up? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you got a little bit of an echo, though. I don't know why. All right,
Yeah, I
Jesse.
don't know.
That should look like he about to sell some drugs, don't he?
He do. He does. Hey, what y'all need?
That's
Like he.
that's,
Look like a
and the
scene from a
angel,
drug
and
from
that's
a
not allowed in Wakanda, but good sir. That's not allowed. Not a whole lot, man.
We trying to find out what's going on in boxing, man. We want to fight, man. Did any of y'all? Did you two see the fight Saturday night?
That's the question I want to know.
watch
This was
the
a
last
raw
round.
dog type
Wasn't
fight.
it?
I was wondering. Hey, you would not say boxing is dead if you would have saw that fight, man. It's pretty good. It was a pretty good one.
Which
Very
one? Which one we talking about?
Dante Walter versus I think was it Luis Ortiz?
Yeah, Ortiz versus Wilder. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This one. What weight class was this?
Heavyweight.
Yeah.
Big boy.
Heavyweight.
Yes,
Wow.
sir.
Give
Yes,
us some
sir.
blow by blow, Jesse.
All right. Well, the fight was really good. I mean, it was very sloppy because it was like two big men. It started out kind of slow because you can tell that both of the guys were really trying to feel each other out. They weren't really engaging each other a whole lot. It seemed like they were kind of tentative, but both of them have really strong punching power. So it's kind of understandable why you wouldn't just want to go out there and just start acting crazy. But once Ortiz kind of, he started throwing his combinations and everything like that, he started opening it up. He called Dante Wilder with a couple of good shots. Ended up hurting him. I think it was in the 8th round. Drew, is that right?
It was about the
8th round.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was it was somewhere between the 6th or the 8th, but he actually knocked him down, and he was saved by the bell. It was really he was saved by the bell, and then not only to me, I saw a little bit of controversy in the sense that once it was time for the next round to start, they still kind of delayed it for a second, and that I thought they gave him. They were giving him a chance to get his things together, and I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. But it was a good fight.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot of controversy. That the ref gave Ortiz too much time to recover. I mean, just gave him too much time in the first place. As far as he should have gave him a standing 8 count or something like that, and should have stepped in a little bit earlier instead of letting the bell ring. And then, like Drew said, coming out for the next round, there was a little stoppage before the round started, and it kind of gave, it did give Wilder a little bit more time to recover. But I still feel like after that round, Ortiz should have came out and put some pressure on. He kind of let Wilder definitely get his legs back under him, and that was a big mistake because once Wilder got his legs back, I mean, he started throwing haymakers. He knocked down Ortiz once, if I'm correct about that, and then Ortiz ended up in the 10th round. They kept pressing and just turning it on and throwing haymakers, and then he caught Ortiz with a monstrous uppercut and put Ortiz down for good. But it was probably one of the best heavyweight fights since the Anthony Joshua versus Klitschko fight. I mean, it was definitely up there.
That's saying a lot.
Yeah, no, it was good. I mean, like I said, it was very sloppy. It wasn't very technical at all. But, with two guys that are very, very huge punchers, that are knockout artists, I mean, and they throw a lot of haymakers, it's not going to be very technical at all. So,
it was one of those fights that if you're not a fan of the Floyd style and you just talking like it looked similar to a street fight at different points because Wilder has this really wild, you would think he has no training sometimes the way he goes after it. And so it was definitely what you want to see. And I think it's what the heavyweight division needs because what's going to happen next is we've got to now look at the idea of who, will we have soon a unified belt? Will it be him or will it be, what's the guy's name over there in London? Joshua?
Anthony Joshua.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Is it, what's the first name? Is it Anthony or Anthony? Because they be saying Anthony and they be trying to be special instead of just being regular like us and just it's Anthony. Call him Tony, but they be like okay.
It's Anthony. It's Anthony
Okay.
Joshua. But that's definitely the fight that everybody's talking about.
So there's hope for the heavyweight division there, man, because that's two good fights in the last couple of years.
Right now, yeah, most definitely. That, and then you still can't count out Ortiz. He was undefeated going into that fight as well. He had just as many knockouts as he has wins, pretty close to. It was almost pretty much an even fight going in. The heavyweight division seems to be doing pretty well. Hopefully, I don't know about any more up and comers. I have to look more into it, but definitely Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder is definitely a big talk now. It's definitely something everybody wants to see. I don't know how it's going to work out with Anthony and Wilder being on Showtime. You got to get those logistics in there and everything like that. But I'm pretty sure that fight will definitely happen. I don't know anytime soon. I don't know if it'll be their next fights, but it's definitely a fight that definitely needs to happen for sure.
All right. So what do we got? What else we got? We got anything in MMA or anything else going on?
So on the same night, actually, last Saturday was pretty big for in boxing and UFC. On the HBO card, you had Sergey Kovalev versus I think his name was Igor McCallum.
Igor.
Oh, you can say either one of them names.
Yeah, that fight I didn't get to see live because I was watching the Wilder versus Ortiz fight, but that fight turned pretty good comeback fight for Sergey Kovalev, who lost his titles to Andre Ward before Andre Ward retired. But he pretty much he was just way more technical than the guy. He's way better than him, and he pretty much KO'd him in the 10th round, I think, as well. Yeah, actually no, it was in the 7th round. I'm sorry, take that back. And then Chris Cyborg fought this past Saturday. She pretty much, as usual, destroys her opponents. It's not fair. it's no woman right now in the world that can really beat Chris Cyborg unless you're just really on her level. And I don't see anybody like that right now. She scored her KO in the 1st round. So So it was pretty pretty devastating. You could tell the girl was scared from the first hit. It was terrible. She caught the first punch and she didn't want anything up. She didn't want nothing else to do with it.
I bet you
she was in the paycheck at that point. So
I bet you Roy Jones Jr. is gonna come back to do pull a Joanna Man. And
he had his last. It was funny. He had his last fight and he won. I can't remember. I think it was last month sometime or in January.
It was a janitor. It was
Can he beat this dude though? Can he beat this dude though?
No.
Come on, Roy.
But I think
James will whoop him and sing "You Must Have Forgot."
Well, what's funny is I don't know if you guys have been hearing, but they're trying to get a fight between Roy Jones and Anderson Silva, a boxing match, not an MMA match. So they're trying to do that to happen. I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm pretty sure it probably will. Why not? There'll be some money in it.
Put that on Fox.
Yeah. Yeah. And the last thing in UFC news or MMA news was I didn't get a chance to put this on the Facebook page yet, but for Derek Lewis out of Houston, Texas, he fought on the main card. I think it was a few weeks ago, and he knocked the guy out. It was a pretty good fight in the beginning, but he ended up getting the KO. You guys got to really watch this dude. I mean, he told in the post interview, he told his wife, be ready because he's going long tonight. So I mean, it's not just he's a good fighter, but he's pretty hilarious. He's funny. I don't know if you should follow him on Instagram if you get a chance. Yeah, during the post interview. You should follow him on Instagram if you get a chance, or whatever media. He's hilarious. Yeah. He's crazy, but he's definitely Houston to the core, and everything like that. And then I guess one last thing to talk about, fellas, before I let you guys go, is I know if you guys heard, I know J Rock, put us up on it on the Facebook page about Canelo Alvarez testing positive for a steroid. I think it's called clenbuterol. I don't know what it is, but I know they said it's for people to lose fat and keep their muscle on. He said it was due to contamination.
You got something Whopper.
He's not the first Mexican boxer to say that. A lot of them that tested positive for that have said it's been coming from contaminated meat. So I don't know what they do when they meat in Mexico, the cow meat, but it's got some testosterone in this that's being tested for. So yeah. So as of now, the fight is still on. It hasn't stopped anything as far as the fight. I know the Triple G's camp is wanting to definitely have a real investigation put into it, and everything like that. So I don't know if it's going to hurt money. I don't know if it's going to be some type of contracting, or I don't know what's going to happen with that. But as far as that goes, but hopefully, we'll see what happens. We'll see the fight more than likely because it's a big money fight. Just hopefully he doesn't test positive again, and they call the fight off. But that's pretty much it. That's all I got.
All right, Raw Dog. Have you ever had a contaminated sloppy Joe?
No, but I want one.
Yeah. You can lose weight, and that's
live on the edge, baby.
Yeah, man. Go to Mexico, get you some of that cow meat. You can lose your body fat, and you can be muscular. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't never got to work out or nothing. Get 2 contaminated sloppy joes.
So yeah, that's all the news I have, fellas. I don't have anything upcoming just yet, so I'll just have to cover something next time.
Happy belated birthday from last week, Mr. Jesse.
Appreciate it. I definitely thank you.
We salute you, sir.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Yeah, it was great. I had a good time at the game. Luckily, the Thunder pulled it out. That Magic game that y'all was talking about earlier. Defense is trash, but hey, we'll get there hopefully.
Anything's possible, man.
We stink.
Yeah, we do. We really, really stink.
That's terrible.
Doo-doo.
All right,
okay, how many times you gonna say doo-doo this show, bro?
Now time you say colonizers.
No. I'm done with you,
all right,
bro.
fellas.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, Jesse. We need Jesse. We need Jesse.
What?
Run, Jesse, run. You should be president, boy. And he took off, didn't he?
Yeah.
Hey, Drew, you cold-blooded with it.
I'm sorry, man. I'm trying to figure this out. Who's gonna start off our final cut, man?
Always does. If Jay doesn't go an hour,
There you go, Jay.
Man, I go as long as I want to go.
Hey, no, you can't say that, man. It's a team effort, sir. You're not Michael.
Jay, you got the stage, boss.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Last Thursday was the premiere of Atlanta season 2. I was watching it. To me, I had to say that he's a genius. I didn't watch him when he was on television and everything. When he has little TV shows back then, I really didn't listen to his music. Like I only have 2 Childish Gambino songs, but what he's done with the Atlanta series is it's made it a movement. Watching this episode, everybody always talks about Seinfeld. I didn't watch the show, but they say that Atlanta is like a African American version of Seinfeld. It's Little John catch on the second and third watch. So Donald Glover and his brother Stephen Glover, who helped out with Black Panther, those guys are a great. They're gonna do great things in Hollywood from here on out. And as I always say, winners win and losers lose. They always find a way to do what they do. It's your boy J-Rock from the Barbershop Trio, and I'm out.
One of the things, Pastor Craig Rochelle, who is the pastor of Life Church TV, he said something that just blew my mind that I heard a couple years ago. He said, you must learn how to build your community. I really, really took to that. So in other words, you got to be careful who you put in your inner circle. You got to understand that there's some folks that belong in your inner circle and some folks that you need to be out there on the perimeter. And that's okay. That doesn't make them people less important. But you're building your community. And there's some folks that's going to be close to you that got your. There's going to be some folks that we like to call associates. Hey, man, you got to learn what kind of relationships you need to have with people. Because sometimes if you mix a seasonal relationship with a lifetime relationship, you end up with a bunch of drama. So build your own community. Build in your inner circle, and also build all your associates in your orbit, man. And because everybody needs a community, and that's the real deal. And like I always say, don't tell God about your big problems. Tell your problems you got a big God. And I'm out. Roo.
All right. So as you journey in your life, I want you to, along the same lines of what Raw Dog was just saying, I want you to really adapt to the idea that we need each other, like in some way, shape, form, or fashion. It doesn't matter what capacity, but know that you have to do some of these things in life with another person. So how we get along with people is very important, because at the end of the day, we got one life here on earth together, to do it together, and let's do it in love. Like, let's not waste a whole lot of time arguing and fighting and just being bitter for no reason. Let's go out there and let's make a difference in this world, because people need us, man. People need love, and there's a lot of individuals out there who need your love. They need your brand of love. That they're going to be going through some things you've been through, and you can help them. So my encouragement for you this week is to go out there and love someone in a unique way. Put any rivalries behind you. Life is short, man. So go out there and just love as hard as you can. And speaking of love, man, we love you for listening. Oh, well, let me say this real quick. Hate can't drive out hate. Only love can do that. And we love you guys for listening. And thank you for listening to the Barbershop 918.
And watching.
And watching the Barbershop 918. You can always check us out on the web at
TheBarbershop918.com, which, by the way, I just updated. I don't know if y'all even noticed that, but that's okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Of course, you don't have time. Check us out on Buzzsprout. Check us out on Instagram. Check us out on Twitter. Hey, man, if you can't find us, you ain't looking for us. And if you ain't looking for us, that's a doggone shame. Because we the best, baby. We the best.
He ain't lying.
We're the Barbershop 918 crew, baby. Going strong for 3 years.
Yeah.
Or until one of us decides.
I mean, we can handle another move.
Jay.
Babe. We can move now.
You keep yelling in her house like that, you're going to be moving in with Raw Dog.
You're going to get smacked, sir.
Hold up. You still got that dog? You still got that dog, Raw Dog?
No, man. I don't have that dog no more. Thanks for bringing it up to the fact that he died, but it's okay.
That's what I try to do. I always try to bring up those tender moments that might cause pain.
And that's what makes you the king of petty, sir.
It is. I don't appreciate Jay stepping over his bounds.
Jay just trying to take over, man. You know. Yeah. By the way, I'm just going to throw this out there. I actually have a show with my comedy troupe here in Tulsa, April 21st. Don't yawn, sir. April 21st at the, what's the name of it?
Oh, man.
Dog. It's
at the place.
Where's it located?
With the thing.
It's a new place. It's the Rabbit Hole Improv. On it.
We went there. Yes.
Yeah, we got a show there.
We'll be there
first, man. Drew, I wish you was in town, bro. I really.
What day is it?
April 21st.
I won't be there then.
He knew he wasn't gonna be there.
No, like if I might be there. I might be in town in a few days. That's all I was just saying.
This is for you, Drew.
Hey, no, I was serious about that because, like, I explained the circumstances to y'all earlier. I might be in town. Okay. That's why I thought it was this month.
It did sound kind of petty. He was like, "What is it?" Yeah, I ain't gonna be there.
Well, since we just plugging stuff, make sure if you got extra income tax money, you give to the You Caring to our You Caring campaign, the Naturally Beautiful Project. We're trying to braid as many kids' hair for free out here in this area and give them free hairstyles, and so as much money as you can get into the fund, that helps us expand the project to be able to bring barbers and other people into it. Our main thing is we want kids to feel beautiful. So go to youcaring.com/naturallybeautiful. And if you wanna give and help contribute to the mission and the ministry that me and my wife are leading up here. All right.
Love it.
Now, Jay, you can cut me off and say, and we out.
No. Since we promoting things, I got something special coming for y'all on Saturday, man. Just be on the lookout. That's all I'm gonna say. And we out. Did you just promo your other podcast? Like I got like 10 podcasts and I never mention them on here. If we doing that now,
how dare you, sir? How dare you, Jay? Like how we did it? You always screwing stuff up.
I don't have an album or a mixtape or a TV appearance or anything inside the pub. You know, something happening on Saturday,
You don't plug in nothing, dude.
All right,
and we out.
We out. We definitely
You
out.
suck, sir. You suck.
Oh my God.
You really suck. You suck.